actually, once you are through with your PCB layout and routing itself, we are almost now getting done with the PCB because we are proceeding to generation of production files. These are the GABA files, bill of materials, centroid files. These are pick and place files, and any other files that are needed by the fab house. Like we do also have like fab documents. These are documents that show the actual positions of the elements and how they should be oriented. So what do we consider here? You already know your manufacturer because you know your manufacturer. So you have to know the file formats that they do need, all the files they need. Do they need fab documents? Yeah. The fab document should indicate the polarities, say of some capacitors and LEDs. Those are light emitting diodes. Also, always do know that the fab houses are like fools. I mean, those guys will only do what you tell them. They can't think beyond what you have given them. So even some very simple logics, you will find them asking questions like, what do we place here? What do we put? I mean, it's like a resistor, just put it there. Yeah. So proper names on the boards, just name your boards. Like if it's RF1, just name it so that you don't get confused when you're doing an update on the files. After there, we now proceed to fabrication. This is the process when we want to get our PCBs made and fabricated so that we can get the physical things back to us. So what do we consider here? We consider the time. That's lead time. Like how long will it take from the time we give the manufacturers our PCBs to the time that they can ship them to us and actually reach to us in good time. So you find that some fab houses have very good lead times and others have worse. So you can get like 7 days, 14 days. Now it depends with the manufacturer. What's the cost? It varies from fab houses, from one fab house to another. So of course, costs, everyone wants the cheapest, but again, also you don't want to trade with quality. Yeah, so quality also comes into check when you're selecting your fab houses. Are the components available in the fab house? Like this applies, say, in terms of region or where you want to get your PCB done. If you get your PCB done locally, are the components available for you here? Will you be able? Are they going to be able to do the assembly here, or will they also start shipping components from outside? So it's good to check the availability. Like if you get one done in Europe or maybe in the USA or China, what is the best part in terms of components availability? Reputation plays a very big role also in terms of company selection that will be doing your PCBs. You don't want your company, your PCBs being handled by a company that has very bad track record. Yeah. What are the pointers here? We do have some very good fab houses, some that we do use here, and we can recommend them because they have fulfilled our needs in the past, and we are continuing to use them. We have something like PCBWay, we have PCB Gogo, we have JLC, Fast PCB, and also we do have like direct contacts with some small fab houses there, say especially in China, that do give us links when we send them files. And again, they are very good, these small fab houses, when it comes to lead time. They will give you your files as soon as you need them. Once you get your PCBs, now this again, you start doing some engineering work here. This is where you perform some electrical tests. This, you have your multimeter. Now you are checking the voltage, the continuity here. Is this resistance okay? Now here you are checking the polarities of the diode. Have they been positioned in the right orientation? Stuff like that. Yeah, just have your schematic, check through, ensure that this is the voltage that I was expecting. I have this test point. Is it what's coming out here? Yeah, this was supposed to be connected here. Have the tracks been done very well? Yeah, are the ICs like the legit ICs? Because we've had issues where Chinese now are mounting some components that are not like working, and it's actually an UIC, something you cannot suspect in your design. You end up scratching your head too long on and looking into your design. You can't find any bug, only to realize that you had a bad IC. So perform these electrical tests before plugging your device into power so that it may not blow up, because you don't know how the design is until you first of all do some electrical tests. Very critical. And once you're done with your electrical tests, it's at this point now that your POC, that's proof of concept, and your prototype is ready, looking good, and now you can proceed to production. Because yes, I say you go now to production. Now we are talking about, yes, initially you are at production, but you are not at mass production. Now you can proceed to mass production. And if there are small changes that needs to be done into the design, now you won't start that process all over again. But now you will start, say, from schematic updates, going all the way to updating your layout and stuff like that. So it's now, once now you're done with this, or maybe, and in most cases, maybe most of us that will be designing, maybe we will ending it up here at production files. We send our clients production files and we forget the PCB. We tell them they can do the electrical test for themselves, and also the inspections for themselves. Because again, the design, if the design is not coming back to you, then you really don't have to bother yourself with the electrical test and stuff. So in most cases, you might find that most of your designs will be ending up here at production files, that once you give your client your GABA files, the BOM and the Centroid files, they can go in peace, and you can now proceed to the next project, just do the same. Yeah, and again, if now your client also had like hardware programming, now it's also at this stage that you take it up, take the schematics, now you start doing this.